Hello Manchester United fans. Ruben Amorim decides to sell fourth Manchester United star. Ruben Amorim has decided to sell a fourth Manchester United player as he prepares for a summer clear-out. Marcus Rashford, Antony and Tyrell Malacia are all expected to be sold after being sent out on loan during the January transfer window. Amorim is ready to offload all the loanees and is also set to sell inconsistent goalkeeper Andre Onana, according to The Sun. Onana arrived at Old Trafford in 2023, having just helped Inter Milan reach the Champions League final, which they lost to United's local rivals Manchester City. The Cameroon international was viewed as one of the best ball-playing goalkeepers in the world but has underwhelmed in England and received plenty of criticism. It is claimed clubs in Saudi Arabia have expressed interest in signing Onana and that Amorim is ready to sanction his departure should an offer arrive. In terms of a replacement, Manchester United are reportedly looking at Royal Antwerp's Sen Lamens and Lille's Lucas Chevalier. Both have also been linked with Man City, who are planning for life after Ederson following the Brazilian's struggles this season. Earlier this month, United chief Sir Jim Ratcliffe named Onana as one of the players at Old Trafford who is overpaid. Ex-Manchester United striker Louis Saha, meanwhile, admitted Onana's performances were not acceptable when assessing his future at the club earlier in the season. "If you don't have a confident goalkeeper, he has to be challenged," he said. "Those performances are unacceptable. It's not normal. There is a need for every player at Manchester United, apart from Bruno Fernandes, to feel threatened with competition. No one has shown that they deserve anything in the next game. The manager can challenge and criticize them because it's not good enough. The backbone of this team, from the back four to the center forwards, it's so important that they don't make mistakes. Unless you can guarantee that you're not going to make mistakes, you should not be considered as a guaranteed starter in any position. None of those players should be guaranteed anything." Onana is certainly not the only Manchester United player struggling in a team sitting just 13th in the Premier League. After the international break, Amorim's side returned to action on April 1st against high-flying Nottingham Forest. United could yet salvage a dismal season by winning the Europa League and qualifying for the Champions League ahead of their quarter-final tie with French side Lyon. Man United's Andre Onana transfer plan emerges as Ruben Amorim faces double Man City battle. Manchester United are hoping to offload underperforming goalkeeper Andre Onana to one of the financial powerhouses of Saudi Arabia this summer, according to a report. The Cameroon international's time at Old Trafford has been blighted by a series of comedic errors, and Ruben Amorim's side are being tipped to make a move for a new number one this summer. Onana was recently name-checked by minority owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe as one player bought before Ineo's arrival that he had to sort out, although the goalkeeper has been backed publicly by Amorim. However, Onana does not appear to have a long-term future at the Theatre of Dreams, and if the Red Devils are successful in bringing in a replacement this summer, he will likely be given the green light to depart. According to The Sun, Man United are hopeful that the Saudi Pro League will take the 28-year-old off of their hands in the next transfer window, and there is currently interest from the Gulf state in the Cameroonian. Amorim to make goalkeeper priority if Saudi Arabia move for Onana. The report states that if a Saudi team firms up their interest in Onana during the summer transfer window, then Man United will make it a priority to bring in a new number one for the 2025-26 season, and the Cameroonian is indeed set for a transfer to the Middle East. Onana arrived at Old Trafford in 2023 as the successor to the long-serving David De Gea, thus reuniting with Erik ten Hag following their successful relationship at Dutch giants Ajax. The finger was often pointed at the 28-year-old for several high-profile mistakes during his first few months at the club, although he still ended the 2023-24 season with a respectable 13 clean sheets in all tournaments. So far in 2024-25, Onana has kept 9 shutouts from 40 matches across all competitions and has benefited from injuries to Tom Heaton and Altay Bayender to continue as Amorim's undisputed number one. The Cameroonian shot-stopper's contract does not expire until the end of the 2027-28 season, and the Red Devils can also extend his deal by a further year to protect his value as they seek to avoid a loss on the £42.3 million they paid for his services. Man United have inevitably been linked with a plethora of emerging shot-stoppers amid speculation surrounding Onana's future, and one of those standout options is said to be Royal Antwerp's Sen Lamens. The Belgian giants have supposedly slapped a £30 million valuation on the 22-year-old, although he would still prove to be a cheaper option than Lille's Lucas Chevalier, another rumored target and one valued at approximately £40 million. However, Man United will apparently have to battle bitter rivals Manchester City for the signatures of both shot stoppers, as the reigning Premier League champions are also likely to lose Ederson to the Saudi Pro League this summer. Alternatively, Amorim could turn to the Championship. Manchester United are ready to sell their out-of-favour star for €60 million. Manchester United should be set for some major changes in their squad after they have gone through a disappointing season. Ruben Amorim will be tasked with getting his team back on track in the next season and bringing joy to the fans who have suffered a lot. The Deadwood players will be slated to leave the club in the summer. The number 9 of the club, Rasmus Hojlund, has struggled to score consistent goals this season and hence might be on his way to leave the club in the transfer window. He has scored 3 goals in 24 matches so far in the Premier League 2024/2025 season. Manchester United are ready to sell Rasmus Hojlund for €60 million. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, Napoli are ready to sign Hojlund in the summer and United want €60 million for his services. He was in sensational form while playing for Atlanta, which forced United to go for the striker. On his best days, Rasmus Hojlund is a beast up top. He is fast, outrunning defenders with ease. His strength shines, he shrugs off challenges like nothing. The Dane's finishing turns lethal, burying chances with power or finesse. He is sharp in the box, pouncing on rebounds quickly. Hojlund links play slickly, holding up the ball for teammates. His work rate surges, he chases everything down. Aerially, the Dane is a monster, dominating headers. Confidence flows, he takes shots others dodge. At his peak, the striker is a nightmare for defenses, raw, hungry, and unstoppable. With Osimhen set to leave the club in the summer, Hojlund might be the one that Napoli are targeting. How will the move help the Red Devils? United are also interested in Osimhen and they don't have the funds to match the €70 million price tag of the Nigerian. If the Serie A side go on to pay €60 million for Hojlund, United will have a big boost to crack the deal of Osimhen. However, it is not likely that Napoli will be ready to pay such a big amount for a striker who has been out of form this season. So it remains to be seen what happens finally in the upcoming summer transfer window. Manchester United are interested in Middlesbrough midfielder Hayden Hackney. Manchester United are considering a move for Middlesbrough midfielder Hayden Hackney as they look to reinforce their midfield options ahead of next season. The Red Devils remain focused on securing high-profile targets, but if those deals prove too complex or costly, Hackney could emerge as a realistic alternative. The futures of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen remain uncertain, while Kobbie Mainoo has yet to sign a contract extension, making midfield additions a key priority for United this summer. Crystal Palace are also keeping tabs on Hackney, with the Championship side expected to cash in on their talented midfielder after failing to secure promotion to the Premier League. Midfield reshuffle on the cards. According to Give Me Sport, Man United are keen to reshape their midfield to all. Andre Onana up for sale. Man United eager to send error-prone goalkeeper to Saudi Arabia as Ruben Amorim eyes 2 replacements. Manchester United are ready to send Andre Onana to the Saudi Pro League as Ruben Amorim prepares a short list of goalkeepers to replace him. What happened? According to The Sun, United have run out of patience with error-prone goalkeeper Onana and are ready to ship him off to Saudi Arabia in the summer. The report adds that manager Ruben Amorim has already started preparing a short list of goalkeepers in Europe who can replace the Cameroonian as the club's new number 1. However, the Portuguese coach will have to fight it out with Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola, who will also actively look for custodian options to replace Ederson. The bigger picture. Amorim reportedly has his eyes on 22-year-old Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lammens, who was recently named in the latest Belgium squad for their Nations League matches. The other option on United's shortlist is Lille's Lucas Chevalier, a player whom both Manchester clubs have been chasing for months. Did you know? Lammens is currently rated at around £30 million, $38, while Lille are expected to demand a fee in the region of £40 million, $51. The players' existing contracts with their respective clubs run until the summer of 2027. What next for Manchester United? The Red Devils will be back in action next month after the international break, as they are all set to lock horns against third-placed Nottingham Forest in the Premier League on April 1st. Per Manchester Evening News, Amorim is keen on adding a new goalkeeper to the United squad who can push Andre Onana for the #1 spot between the sticks at Old Trafford. Onana, who has conceded 26 goals in 19 Premier League appearances this season, has shown improvement this season but is still prone to errors that have cost United valuable points. The Cameroonian was heavily criticized for his performance in the 3-2 loss against Nottingham Forest, in particular, as he let a tame Morgan Gibbs-White shot slip past him before inexplicably watching a soft header from Chris Wood into his net at the back post. Amorim has endured a tough start to his journey in England and has admitted that United are at risk of being drawn into a relegation battle. Along with a new goalkeeper, the former Sporting CP manager would also like to increase his options in midfield and up front in the next 2 transfer windows, but United must sell before they can buy due to current profit and sustainability rules. What next for Manchester United? United will play their first game of the new year on Sunday at Anfield against arch-rivals Liverpool in a mega Premier League encounter, with Onana set to retain his place in goal.